people. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Now people, this part of the video is called, This is why Jamaica will never get better. This is why crime will always continue. And that is because of the Body Club. That is because of corruption. And that is because persons refuse to do their civic duty, meaning that they refuse to partake in any sorts of law enforcement, being some sort of witness, actually testify, actually identify these criminal elements, especially when these criminal elements are a part of the JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force law enforcement. Now people, I am speaking about one of the Popo officers that were implicated, charged in a very despicable crime that occurred in Clarendon, where it is said that 8 of 27 gang members from the Ronco gang are said to be Popo officers, confirmed to be Popo officers. Now people, remember, 8 out of 27 is more than a quarter. So therefore, this is not an isolated incident. That means that this place is infested. This gang was infested with members of the JCF. Remember, this gang was also accused of, from A to Z, murder, extortion, robbery, shooting, guns, ammunition. You name it, they were a part of it. Based on information, it is said that when this case went to court, there were 2 witnesses that the prosecution, CTAC, were depending on to help them to beat this case, bust this case. However, it is said that when they went to court, they refused to identify this officer. They refused to give any sorts of information implicating this officer. People, what is even worse, it is said that this accused Popo that they refused to identify, he is a son of a senior law enforcement officer. So people, this man is a gangster, this man is a Popo, this man's father is a top-ranking Popo. Now people, when you hear stuff like this, what should come to mind is that we see that the residents of Jamaica, they are not proactive. They are not even reactive, because the truth is that after this man was accused of some serious crime along with his cumbelos, and the Popo hold them, all these low-life witnesses had to do was to testify. All they had to do is do their civic duty. However, people, sometimes it is hard to blame these people. So let me take back the low-life word. I am just going to say that they have reason to be concerned. They have fear. Why would they have fear? Because it seems as if when you're a witness in Jamaica, just by being a witness, you could witness your own DEATH. You could lose your life. As a matter of fact, a young lady, we had a conversation over WhatsApp, and she told me that, listen, there was a big crime syndicate going on, and this lady went to the Popo. She had all the details, she had all the information, she had names, she had everything. When she gave that information, the same town square in which she spoke about, and I am not going to give the name, is the same town square where the Popo told these gangsters, and she was taken out in a hail of bullet. So people, like me say, people are going to have reasons to be concerned for their own safety, their own life, the safety and life of their family member. So therefore, we cannot even blame them. However, what we need to blame is the culture. The long-standing culture that exists in Jamaica, where it is because the people that you entrust with your safety, the people that you thought would do everything to protect the witness, they are the ones that are giving these same accused people, meaning the Popo, information saying that a John Tom or Sicily I give them information. So people, that is one of the problems. Now, like I said, this man is the son of a top law enforcement officer. So could there be some sorts of string? Could that even more influence negatively the decision of these two witnesses that listen? Other man, your father, the commissioner, this or that. I am not saying that it is the commissioner of Popo. I am just making reference or just using an example. So therefore, if we go talk, then people might make some call, and then the next thing you know, them find we with some sort of concrete tied to a foot at the bottom of the deep blue sea. People, the problem exists in Jamaica for so long, it seems as if it has gotten to the point of no return. Where a lot of these cases, even when them all, the perpetrators, even when them all, the poor, corrupted, road cop, whatever you want to call it, them always a bust the case, lack of witness. Witness either don't show up, witness either disappear, you know exactly what I mean, or witness is just in fear. So people, how is Jamaica going to ever get better? As far as I see it, we are headed for sure destruction, point blank and period. Now before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source, and I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. And also, please subscribe to this channel, and when you subscribe, please press the notification bell or icon, and also press all in the option. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called, if something works, if something is effective as it pertains to crime fighting, don't stop using it. Make sure that you enhance it. Make sure that you use it in your crime fighting strategy as part of the JCF Jamaica Constabulary Force. I am speaking about the Jamaica-Eye CCTV camera system that has been used in a couple of cases to solve a couple of crimes. Now people, I am speaking about an incident that occurred in Greenwich Town in March of this year 2022, where it is said that said CCTV camera system, Jamaica-Eye, it was used to solve a takeaway, a conspiracy to MURDER. One of those persons that was charged, his name is Shaquille Stanford. He is the driver and owner of a Mark X motor vehicle that was used in that takeaway. On the night of March, a chef from 3rd Street in Greenwich Town, his name is Derek White, he lost his life. He was hit up by a group of men, 2 men to be specific. Based on investigation, it is said that Mr. Stanford, Shaquille Stanford, who also lives on 3rd Street, Greenwich Town, he was the mastermind. He was the person that orchestrated the takeaway of his neighbor. Based on information, the Popo said that the Mark X was seen on Marcus Garvey Drive with the driver inside. Based on the CCTV, the 2 hitmen that was driven by the driver, Mr. Stanford, they exited the vehicle. They went to 3rd Street and they took away Mr. White. They then came back to that said Mark X that was parked by that same camera, CCTV Jamaica-Eye. And that was what was used by the Popo in their investigation to solve the crime. Mr. Shaquille Stanford, he was charged for conspiracy, shooting with intent, illegal firearms, and also ammunition. The Popo is presently looking for the other 2 suspects, the hitmen. Now people, what I don't understand, we saw the relevant authority, meaning the JCF, they was hyping up this Jamaica-Eye system. They are going to implement it here, there, and everywhere. Go tell it to the mountains. However, we see that when it works, it gets highlighted. We see that Jamaicans, relevant authority, they are reactive instead of proactive. So therefore, there was a major case in which they was following some sort of vehicle. Some youth that was robbing phones. They traced them through the Jamaica-Eye. They caught them, Popo intercepted the vehicle. That video was all over social media. The Popo came out and they had big news conference. Them say, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put cameras in all of these hotspots, these crime hotspots. We're going to make sure that we link up all of these. We're going to coordinate our efforts with business owners. And we see some of these business owners, when we see some of the video footage from some crime scene, you could hardly see anything. It looked grey, it looked grainy. It looked like JBC from back in the 60s. In 2022. So therefore, them back a call, them back a time. However, now that we see that they've solved a next crime, hopefully this 9-day talk, this hype, will actually go into action. And instead of being reactive, they are going to be proactive and make sure so them set up the system right. So therefore, they can catch more of these murderers that are out there creating chaos and catastrophe. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I said, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.